It's 8 p.m. and you're still at your laptop. Not because you want to be, because you ran out of day again. The emails didn't get answered, the follow-ups didn't happen, and now you're sitting there eating into time that was supposed to be yours, or your husband's, or your family's. And you know tomorrow you're going to do it all over again. If that's where you are, stay with me because I want to show you what changed for me. My name is Sabrina, and I spent 30 years leading transformation inside Fortune 100 companies, driving over $30 million in savings by taking complicated, overwhelming situations and turning them into clear, workable plans. I took those same skills and applied them to building my own business, and I brought AI in as my strategy partner from the very beginning, which means I got to see early what most business owners don't see until they're completely exhausted. And what I kept seeing in other business owners around me made me want to make this video. Here's what I noticed, and honestly, it broke my heart a little. The women I kept meeting were incredibly capable, experienced, smart, proven. They had built real businesses, but they were still stuck in the day-to-day activities. Every decision, every client question, every follow-up that didn't happen. The day didn't end when they closed the office. It just moved to the couch, then the kitchen table, then the bedroom at 10 p.m. It wasn't a productivity problem. It was an accumulation problem. The list never got shorter because there was no system carrying any of the load. It was all in their heads. And the cruel part is that the more capable you are, the more you convince yourself you can just keep carrying it. You've done it this long, right? But capable and sustainable are two very different things, and eventually one of them wins. If you've had a week where you were still working at 8 p.m. more nights than not, drop a hand in the comments. I want to know I'm not talking to myself. Here's where I think beginners are struggling when it comes to getting information about AI. Most AI content on social platforms is built for people who are already comfortable with technology. It assumes you're curious, a little nerdy, maybe you like tools and systems for fun. So when you watch a tutorial about prompts and workflows and integrations, it doesn't feel like relief. It feels like homework, and you already have too much homework. The real barrier isn't the technology. It's that nobody has given you permission to start simple. Every video adds more to the list instead of taking things off it. I kept watching other women look at AI the way I used to look at those 400-page project management textbooks. The information is technically there, but it's not designed for how your brain works right now. What you need isn't another course. You need one conversation that changes how you think about what AI actually is. And that is exactly what happened to me. I will tell you, I was definitely curious before I was confident. I kept seeing content about AI everywhere. YouTube videos, TikToks, blog posts, people talking about these new ways of doing things. And being the curious type, I started watching. A lot. I wasn't looking for a system. I was just poking around, trying to figure out if any of this actually applied to my business. And then one day I just stopped trying to learn it and started talking to it. Like I would talk to a really smart coworker. I basically just started chatting with it like it was a coworker who quickly got promoted to partner. That shift changed everything. Projects that had been taking me days to complete were getting done in 30 to 45 minutes. Not because I had learned something complicated, because I had stopped making it complicated. I wasn't programming it, I wasn't learning workflows, I was just having a conversation, the same way I'd talk through a problem with a trusted colleague. And it was responding like a partner who already knew my business. The technology didn't change, my relationship to it did. So I want to share what I just did with Claude in asking it to develop a weekly schedule for me so that I'm not doing everything each day. So this was the prompt that I put in right here. I need time to focus on YouTube videos, scripting, recordings, posting, and then time for social posts to Facebook, LinkedIn, developing all the content, posting it, images to go with it, and then reviewing the data analytics at some point during the week too. So I asked Claude to do a schedule for me, and then once it did the schedule, it comes out with this. Here's everything each day that I needed to do. And then after that, I asked it if it could go ahead and save that and then turn it into a workable Google Doc, as well as putting it on my Google Calendar. I want to show you what it also did for my Google Calendar. It posted everything on my calendar with different colors for each task that it was related to. And if you click into each one, it will showcase the to-do list. So the task that I need to do for that day for that specific item. This saved me close to 3 to 4+ hours of work. It would have taken me time to think through all the tasks I needed to do for each bucket of work and then schedule all of it out for the week. Also, the amount of time it would have taken to enter recurring calendar entries with the details. This is a real example of how using AI efficiently can greatly save you time and gives you the ability to shift your focus to actionable priorities. So what does that actually look like in a normal day? Here's what changed. And I want to be specific because vague advice doesn't help anyone. The first thing, mornings now front load the thinking so evenings don't carry it. Before, the mental load built up all day and spilled into the evening. Unfinished thoughts, unresolved decisions, things I meant to follow up on. Now I spend a few minutes in the morning talking to AI the way I'd talk to a business partner. What's on my plate, what decisions need to get made, what I'm worried about. It organizes it, surfaces what's actually urgent versus what just feels urgent, and gives me a starting point instead of a pile. The evenings got quieter because the mornings got clearer. The second thing, AI handles the follow-up drafts, the summary emails, the I need to remember to moments. You know, that small stuff that never made it to the top of the list, but still showed up in your brain at 9 p.m.? Draft this email. Summarize that meeting. Remind me to follow up with this person. AI holds that for me now. I don't have to carry it anymore. This sounds small until you realize how much energy those small things were quietly draining every single day. And the third thing, and this is the one that changed everything, the work stops feeling endless because there's a system with a memory. The reason the 8 p.m. laptop problem feels so relentless is that there's no container for it. It just keeps expanding. When AI becomes your strategy partner, it remembers context. It knows your priorities. It can pick up where you left off without you re-explaining everything from scratch. You stop being the only one holding the whole picture. And that is when the evenings start to belong to you again. This is how it feels now every morning. And none of this required a certification. None of it required learning a new tool. It required one shift. One thing this video doesn't cover is what to do when you sit down to try this and your brain goes completely blank. That's a different problem, and it's actually really common. I've made several videos on exactly that, the simplest possible way to start your first real AI conversation. No prompts, no frameworks, just how to begin. And if you want to work through any of this alongside other women who are figuring it out at the same pace you are, the free Sensible Practice community is on School. The link is in the description. We'd love to have you. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more just like this.